Assalamu alaikum student. Today our topic is the two-slit interference. We are going to see how light is passing through two equal opening that we call the slit. On the on this side we have a screen on which the light is fall on it. On the left we have a barrier with two identical hole in it. This is the our slit. Another hand on the right side we have a screen. When the light passes through the two slit is projected onto this screen. In our setup we will have the coherent light source. This is the coherent light source, coherent light source as light wave that have the same wavelength and maintain the same phase relationship. When we pass the coherent light through the two parallel slit, it will spread out from each slit. This is called the diffraction process. So here, when the light is passed through the two parallel slit, it will spread out from each slit, and this is process in which the light is spread out is called diffraction, and light is overlap between these regions. The light that is overlap between these regions, this light will interfere with one another, and this process is called the principle of superposition. So here is the process that is called principle of superposition. The principle of superposition, the principle of superposition tell us that when light overlap, then displacement add together. Here, when the light is overlap, then there is displacement is add together. We know that wave like this wave in when the wave are in phase with one another, therefore this interference is called constructive interference. Here is also happen constructive interference when light are in phase. The process that is happen here, we draw this process here. Let's suppose we have a two wave in which the crust is fall on the crust and top is fall on the top. When we add together, we get a resultant wave that have the maximum amplitude. This maximum amplitude is obtained when the constructive interferences happen. Here we discuss the constructive interference. Here we discuss the destructive interference. Destructive interferences happen when light are out of phase. Here we take the two waves in which the crust is fall on the top and the top is fall on the crust. When we add together, we get the no wave. So here the amplitude is 0. This process is called the destructive interference. So here when the light is between these region is passes, so here the principle of superposition is happen where the light is add up together, whether they are constructive interference or whether they are destructive interference. In constructive interference we get the maximum amplitude and destructive interference we get the minimum amplitude, means that amplitude is 0. Now it is exactly these kind of interference, constructive and destructive, are going on in this region, and that is constructive and destructive interference going on this region create alternating bright and dark spot on the screen. This pink dot is shows the bright spot, and the gap between these bright spot is called the dark spot. Bright spot correspond to the constructive interference, and dark spot correspond to the destructive interference. Now let's see how this might look for specific wave coming out of the slit. When the light wave coming out of the two slit will make here the bright spot. This will make the bright spot on the screen center. Because these two waves arrive at the screen, they are at the same point in their wave cycle. This means that the waves are in phase. When the waves are in phase, they will interfere constructively and make a bright spot. Here the waves are in phase, so they will interfere constructively When they interfere constructively, they make a bright spot. Now let's pick another location on the screen. Now consider the two waves that are coming out of this slit that will, in this wave, one of the waves are out of phase. Like that, with one half of a wave is out of the phase, when the wave will meet on this screen, they will interfere destructively, and which means that they will make a here the dark spot on the screen. This will make a dark spot on the screen when the waves are out of phase. So when the waves are out of phase, they interfere destructively and make a dark spot on the screen. So then have on our screen the bright spot while we have a dark spot. It is true that in case of dark spot we have the destructive interference, and in case of bright spot we have the constructive interference. But the real reason behind these two type of interference is the path length difference. Now we discuss about the path length difference of our two ray of light. Now we introduce the concept of path length difference in two-slit interference. For find the path length difference, here we take the triangle. If we take the d1 distance, d1 to the distance traveled by the light coming out of the first slit, and d2 is the distance traveled by the light coming out of the second slit, then the path difference is just the absolute value of difference between these two distance. So here we write the path length difference is denoted by delta t. Here is the difference between these two length, that is the delta t, and delta t is equal to difference between d1 minus d2, that is the absolute value of difference between d1 minus d2. If we define the definition of path length difference, it is path length difference. It is how much further the light from one slit has to travel compared to light from the other to reach the same point on the screen. Now let's we draw a dot at the center of our top of the slit like this, and then from that dot we draw a line down until it intersects the two at an angle of 90 degree. Now let's say that the distance between the center of two slit is a distance t. Let's also say that the angle between this line and our barrier is the theta. We can see that now we have a right triangle. Hypotenuse of that triangle is distance t. Along with this, we can say that lower side of a triangle is equal to the delta t, that is the path length difference between the two waves. So from this triangle, we can write that sine theta, that is equal to the perpendicular over hypotenuse. So here the perpendicular is delta d and hypotenuse is small d. So delta d is equal to d sine theta. So, and delta d, that here is represent the path length difference. Assalamu alaikum student. Today we discuss the bright spot in the screen that is produced by the two-slit interference. Looking at this equation, delta d is equal to d sine theta. D is a fixed value and will not change. This means that the path length difference change has the direction of light as measured by theta also change. When angle theta is changed, then delta d is also changed. Delta d, that is shows the path length difference. The changing of angle theta make a bright and dark spot on the screen. So here we find the bright spot on the screen. We know that for constructive interference, path difference is equal to n lambda. So in order for a constructive interference, path difference is equal to n lambda. So here we can write path length difference is, that is equal to d sine theta is equal to n lambda for constructive interference, where n is equal to 0 plus minus 1 plus minus 2 up to so on. We know that for destructive interference occur when one half of a wave cycle is out of phase. So path difference for destructive interference equal to n plus half lambda path length difference that is equal to delta d is equal to d sine theta. So here we can write d sine theta is equal to n plus half times n plus half r times wavelength. Now we again take this diagram. Here we take the barrier and with our two slit. Now let's say that our screen is separated from our barrier by distance L, and also we mark the location of a series of bright spots on our screen. These bright spots where the constructive interference occur. Let's consider the particular bright spot. Here we can say that this bright spot is 1, 2, 3 bright spot above the center point. We call the vertical distance from the center point of our screen is y sub n. How light is coming from the two slit, this is the path of light that would follow to reach on this spot on the screen. Now what we got here is a right triangle. Let's give the name of this angle is theta sub n, and hypotenuse of this triangle is equal to capital H. Now if we call our trigonometry, we say that the tan theta sub n is equal to perpendicular our base. So perpendicular is equal to y sub n, our base is equal to L. Let's give a name of this hypotenuse triangle that is called the capital H. Thinking of another trigonometric function that is the sine theta sub n is equal to sine theta sub n, that is equal to perpendicular over hypotenuse. So here perpendicular is equal to y sub n and hypotenuse that is equal to capital H. If we say that theta sub n is so small, very small, when angle is so small, then we can write L is equal to H. If this angle is so small, so hypotenuse distance is equal to this distance. So here we can write that sine of theta sub n is equal to tan of theta sub n. So in the case of tan theta sub n, we can write the sine theta sub n is equal to y n over L, and this equation that we find the for bright spot. Now if we put this equation in the part difference formula, that is equal to part difference formula that is for the bright spot, the sine theta is equal to n lambda. If here we take the sine theta that is equal to theta sub n, so here we can find that sine theta of sub n is equal to y sub n over L is equal to n lambda. So here we can find y n is equal to n lambda L over d, that is the position of bright spot on the screen. Similarly, we can find the position for dark spot. For dark spot, that this equation becomes y n is equal to n plus half lambda L over d. This is for bright spot and this is for dark spot. Now we discuss about the fringe spacing. What is the fringe spacing? The distance between two consecutive bright or dark fringe is known as fringe spacing. For bright spot or bright fringe, we can calculate the fringe spacing. We know that the position of bright spot on the screen formula, that is y is equal to n lambda L over d. For first order, n is equal to 1, then y1 is equal to lambda L over d. For second order, n is equal to 2, y2 is equal to 2 lambda L over d. So we know that delta y is equal to y2 minus y1. Delta y2 that is 2 lambda L over d, y1 that is lambda L over d. So here we can find that delta y is equal to lambda L over d, that is the fringe spacing for bright fringe. Similarly, we can calculate for dark fringe. For dark fringe, we know that the fringe position of dark fringe on the screen, that is formula is y is equal to n plus half full time lambda L over d. Here we calculate the for first order and for second order. First order start from 0 and second order start from 1. So here y0 is equal to 0 plus half lambda L over d, and y1 is equal to 1 plus 1 half times lambda L over d. So y is equal to lambda L over 2d, or here is 3 by 2 lambda L over d. So we can calculate the frame spacing for dark spot delta y is equal to y2 minus y1. So here we find that we put this value, we find that is equal to lambda L over D. That is all about the frame space.